Let the past be processed by your mind and body so that it creates enough vacuum or enough void and enough space for new energies to come in your life, for you to experience the width and depth of new energies. But you need to acknowledge the fact that it did happen, it did have an effect on you, it hurt you, it broke your heart in many ways. So that's the first step. And just by doing that, you will release a lot of unprocessed emotions, unprocessed resentment in your body. You will start to feel better. You will not feel rejected by yourself. You will not feel abandoned or unheard by your own self. Are you still thinking about your past life? Are you still stuck in your old habits, which do not serve you anymore? So many times in our lives, there are incidents that happen to us, and we somehow are stuck in it mentally. The event is over and it's past, but we cannot seem to move on from that event. It might have happened 10 years ago, 10 days ago, or even 15, 20 years back. We get stuck in that event mentally. It keeps playing in our mind. It's mostly sometimes a negative event. Someone must have said something wrong to you, or you might have felt hurt, mistreated, disrespected, judged in the wrong way, and it keeps coming back in your mind. You seem to not get passed on that memory. It's because our bodies and our mind stores information of whatever is happening in our lives. One of the main tasks of our body is also to process the memories that we had in this lifetime. And a good way for us to allow the body to process memories is to give it time and space to do that. When a certain memory comes up in our minds, we feel uncomfortable and we move on to distractions. This can be form of technology, some bad habits, or even eating food, drinking coffee, having snacks. All these alleviate or distract us from facing the emotion that is coming up in our minds and in our bodies. How many times have you tried focusing on something and there's something that randomly comes up? It might feel out of the blue, or you might not understand why are you not able to get this task done, and then you keep running away from it to something else that would instantly and temporarily fix the problem, make you feel good for a while, but the problem never goes away. So here are two things. One is your task or the problems in your present day never actually get solved because you're running away from it. Two, the emotions are never really healed or processed completely because you're not giving it the complete time and space to come up and heal on its own. Most of it gets healed on its own The first step of healing those past memories and events is accepting that it happened and sitting with that emotion, not denying the fact that, it's just a thing that happens to everybody, it's no big deal. Most of us say that, come on, move on, the world is that way. But you need to acknowledge the fact that it did happen, it did have an effect on you, it hurt you, it broke your heart in many ways. So that's the first step. And just by doing that, you will release a lot of unprocessed emotions, unprocessed resentment in your body. You will start to feel better. You will not feel rejected by yourself. You will not feel abandoned or unheard by your own self. Sure, sometimes those external distractions seem helpful or even rewarding if you do it in a rhythmic cycle, or like completing your work and then going to that distraction to feel good. In this way, you are at least completing your task, your work. At least one of the goals is fulfilled. But I've noticed in myself that this does not work in a very long-term or sustainable way, because you feel there's some kind of conditional statement, like if you do the work, I will give you a distraction, a treat, a technology, dopamine boost, or whatever it is. It feels like I'm not being completely honest with myself. I'm tricking myself to do more work. So what I feel the best way to actually process all this emotion is, do not run away from it. It is difficult to face it. It is uncomfortable, and you kind of do not know if you're truly processed the emotions or not. But it's a start. It's a start where you trust in the universe that, hey, if this is coming up in my own mind, these past memories are like visually happening in my own mind right now, maybe I need to look at it. Maybe I do not need to run away from it. And hey, it's in your mind, it's not happening physically, so you do not have to feel scared. If you're too uncomfortable, you can shut it off. You are in control. Let the past be processed by your mind and body, so that it creates enough vacuum or enough void and enough space for new energies to come in your life, for you to experience the width and depth of new energies. Not just looping in the past cycles, not just repeating your old experiences, but having the space and the capacity to experience something brand new which you have never experienced up until now. To do that, you need to accept your past, let go of it completely, because the only true moment you have is the present, the today, the right now. That is the true moment. You cannot do much about your past. Yes, you can envision towards your brighter future, but the real work that you have to do to let go of your past and create a new future is in the present moment, that you need to take the action, you need to face your fears, you need to face the pain, and you need to let go of everything. And trust in the universe process of creating a better future, a better life for yourself. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Until next time, walk in faith.